Good evening. My name is Raymond Bidema. I am Director Corporate and Legal Affairs at NEIP. So we are the agency that implement the Adwumawura program of the government. The program is actually designed to keep unemployment situation in this country. Run down to the 2024 election, President Mahama, His Excellency, made a promise to the good people of Ghana that if he's given the nod to become the President of the Republic, he's going to help, if not to eradicate completely unemployment, then he's going to reduce it drastically. So when he was elected, one of the things that he implemented, one of the flagship policies is that of the Adwumawura. And his intention is to, instead of giving people jobs that are sometimes unavailable or jobs that will not pay, we are to train people to become owners of their jobs. So these owners will also be able to employ other people in order to make up or lessen the unemployment situation in this country. Like I said, previously, all we know is that when any government that comes try to give the youth employment, you can think of the NAPCO, where some of them, even the amount that they are paid are underpayment. The money that are given to them, they are always underpayment, and some even the money that do not even come on time, right? So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, in his vision, intended that instead of giving people unavailable jobs, we train the people themselves in entrepreneurship. So they become the owners. Like, the Adwumawura is literally meaning the owner of the job. So we are not just to give people funding or give people money. We are to help them, train them to become owners of the jobs themselves. Then they intend to employ other people. So by so doing, we will reduce drastically the unemployment situation in this country. And mind you, most people think that the Adwumawura program is like a grant management committee where once you come there, you are given grant. It has the Adwumawura goes beyond the giving of grants to people. Look, the program is intended to train, mentor, and also give grants where available. Entrepreneurship is not all about money. Now, studies have shown that most of the people are not able to live up to expectation because of the fact that, look, they don't have the knowledge of. So because of that, when we came into government, we have to develop an entrepreneurship manual with the help of Bank of Ghana, World Bank, industry players, University of Ghana Business School, British Council. All these people together, we were able to develop a manual, which when you are enrolled on the Adwumawura, you are going to be taken through 5-week comprehensive training on life core skills, how to budgeting, how to market, so many things that you will be trained within these 5 weeks. When we do that, our intentions are that once you have that knowledge, it is going to boost your business. And when we started it, a lot of the beneficiaries thought that it is about coming to get money. When they came and they were told that they are going to be trained for 5 weeks, some of them thought, oh, what is this? This is a flagship program and we thought we are coming to get money and we are here to sit in classroom. But I can tell you that after 2-3 weeks, they themselves, they confess that this is actually a different kind of model that they have not seen before, because they were taken through different modules of entrepreneurship. People don't know that when you set up a business, you need to register it. And the advantages of registering a business, they do not know. So we are able to take you through all this. And again, we also make sure that you understand the importance of that registration. And we also help you to register your business. We have signed a memorandum of understanding with Register General Department. We have also signed with FDA, and we have also signed a memorandum of understanding with that of Standard Authority. The intentions are very clear. There are startups that want to register their business, and they do not want to go through the long queues to sit at the Register General in order to register their businesses. Even waiting time alone can also reduce somebody's vim or ability to go and register the business. So we help you, we take you through that, and we help. So when you get there, you are not going to be in that queue. They can fast track the registration process. Now, people are also out there who are having certain products and they need to register the Food and Drugs Authority. That is why we signed a memorandum of understanding with those people also, so they will be able to taking through the Food and Drugs Board registration. Same is also applicable with that of a standard authority, so that they will be able to standardize their products. Right now, the training is not being done by NEIP. We have also had a contract with training hubs. World Bank has also sponsored some of the hubs to train people in entrepreneurship. So these are the people who we have taken them through the manual, and so we have given them the skills and needed technical know-how, so they will be able to impact the Adwumawura beneficiary in the entrepreneurship skills. So when we talk about unemployment in this country, it runs across several sectors, and the most affected people are the youth. So what we did is that when we came, we look at the World Bank definition of the youth, and you see they are from 18 to 35. But again, in this country, if we want to go by that definition, then it means that we are going to cut some people out. So because of that, we have added 5 years. So for men, from 18 to 40 years, you will be enrolled on Adwumawura. But for women, from 18 to 45. But people living with disability, for them, there's no age limit for them. Any age limit at all, you will be able to be enrolled. And the vision is not just for any sector of the economy. It cuts across all sectors of the economy. The most important consideration is the fact that you should be a Ghanaian and you must be a youth, right? And you have a legitimate. Some people ask me, is it that you need at all time to register business in order to be a Bidema? The answer is no. We have 3 categories of jarists. We have one we categorize under that of alpha, we have beta and gamma. Now, alpha has to do with people who have not gone to school or people who have only just elementary or basic school. So those people, you realize that their level of understanding of things will be different from those who have gone to secondary school. So secondary school people to have also a model which they will also be taken through the training. And then the gamma are the tertiary people, and their understanding and training will also be different from that of the alpha and then beta group of people. Yeah, so that we don't cut people who do not go to school but they have good ideas about business away. We also help them in order to be able to establish their businesses. And not just about startups, those who have also started the business and they want to also scale the business up, we are also out there for them. Well, it's a bit unfortunate when it comes to data and the management of data with regards to what our predecessors did. When we came, they actually have a website, but it is not that well developed to be able to capture all this that we are talking about. Yes, they said it. We also heard, like you are saying, that the former CEO has said, but we have not had any data to back whatever they are saying. So what the current CEO, Eric AJ, did is that we set up actually a portal where whatever training we are doing, whoever we are training, will also be on those portals. I am happy to inform you that, look, there is a portal where it is just a matter of clicking and you are able to know the number of people we are training under the Adwumawura program. And even from a click, you are able to know which hub is training who. And we have that platform. So even President sitting in his office is able to monitor what we are doing at NEIP. That is what we have been able to develop. So that we don't just, because what we realize is that even for development partners who will come and invest their monies in Adwumawura or any of these flagship programs, you need to show them data. So one of the things that we have done is to establish well our M&E system. And this M&E system is actually on the portal, and everything that we are doing on a daily basis is being reported on. Well, it was a program under the former regime. When we came, governance is continuous process where when you are going, whatever you have done and where you have reached, you have to also hand over those things to what your successive government. But when we came, we were not given anything. So we don't know where to start from and we don't know where to go when it comes to KIA. It is something that has not been handed over to us. I am Director Corporate and Legal Affairs. When I came, no single paper has been handed over to me. So it's more or less we are starting it from scratch. Well, we can understand them from the fact that maybe it is a program and it is not legally binding. And so what the current administration is doing is to try and transition the NEIP, which is a program now, into an agency. So we are trying, we have even gone ahead to propose a bill, and this bill will be passed in Parliament in order for NEIP to become an agency. However, I don't seek to say that maybe it is because of this, that is why they do not have any data. They need to get a data to back whatever they have done as they are during their time of what? Tenureship. We do not, it is about nomenclature. And we do not have anything called KIA. But anyone who is youth fall within the brackets of 18 and 45, that of women, and 18 to 40, that of men, and all people living with disability are all welcome under the Adwumawura program. So it is about naming and what they tend to do. For us, we don't name it KIA, but it is a Adwumawura and it is for all people of Ghana. Frankly speaking, we have actually not prioritized any of the sectors. Like I said earlier on, the underlying consideration is that you have a legitimate business and you ought to be sponsored in order to what? Scale up or establish your business. Like I said, Adwumawura is not an event, but it is a process. And we take you through training, mentorship, and where possible, we give people grants. Now, what we have realized is that most of the people, like the CEO, the minister, they are all politicians. Now, if we allow these politicians to be in the realm of our affair, in selecting who are to be given grant, if you don't take time, maybe party people will come and then hijack them. In order for transparency to be brought to bear, what we did is to what? Select people from the academia, people from stakeholders from development partners, financial institutions, and these are independent people who do not have anything, or they are not answerable to anybody at NEIP or any politician. These are the people we brought because we feel that they are the people who have the knowledge and technical know-how when it comes to selecting of what? Better proposals in order for us to give the grant. So their core mandate is to give us the procedure that they are going to adapt in selecting the best of the best. And then who is to be given the grant and how much grant is to be given to those people. And that is why we have actually selected people outside the workforce of what? NEIP. We are looking at 1, independence. 2, to prevent conflict of interest, right? And that we don't want to play party cards. And that is the policy rationale behind selecting people from the industry players, right? As I'm telling you, even governmental agencies like that of YEA, yeah, we have that of Maslock, we have a representative from there representing, we have a representative from Ministry of Finance, we have a representative from Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, we have a rep from British Council, rep from University Training Hubs, one professor is also part of it, and we also have a representative from the Young Entrepreneurs Association of Ghana, right? So these are people, and you see that these are not politicians, and these are not people who are working with what? NEIP. Neither are they answerable to NEIP. We feel that with this independence, they will be able to do the right thing, making sure that there is nothing like maybe conflict interest or looking into people's face, doing party bits and all that. Is no, we don't want to have such a thing. That is why we have selected people from all across different sectors of the economy. Actually, the committee has been empaneled in such a way that we wouldn't come that near what we are talking about. However, once it is a human institution, if it happens, I think we'll take them through the right sanctions, and if necessary, such a personality will be taken out of the committee in order to have transparency. We try as much as possible to separate ourselves. If I say ourselves, NEIP staff, management, from the criteria that will be used by this grant management committee. We feel that they are having that technical know-how. They will put up the kind of procedure, the kind of criteria that they will be able to put across. Like we were thinking that maybe they will even take them through pitching. But that is a thing we have suggested to them. What they think is best under the circumstance, I think they will do that. They have not yet brought up the criteria they are going to use. We are waiting on them. They were just inaugurated last week. So maybe as the week goes by, they are going to give us the criteria they will be using. It will interest you to note that the Adwumawura, I told you, we have categorization. We have people who are ideation, who have not gone to school at all, gamma, alpha, right? We have beta and then gamma. So you are assured that all people, all walks of life, once you are Ghanaian, you can be enrolled on a Adwumawura program. The president has also entrusted that 60% should be people living with disability and women. 60% people living with disability and women, and the rest 40% should be men. So you can see the inclusivity of what the program. We at NEP only signed a memorandum of understanding with Ministry of Food and Agriculture. And our intentions are that there are some of the beneficiaries of Adwumawura who intend to go into farming, especially the poultry farming. And these people may not necessarily need funding. So what we intend to do is to build the cages for these farmers or beneficiaries, and also get the DO chicks, the feeds, and give them the veterinary services that they required. So you realize that yes, it is not everybody that will go home with money at the end of the day. Some of them just need technical know-how. Some of them need the equipment. So we are trying as much as possible. Those that will need the equipment, provide them with the equipment. Those that need only the feeds and then the beds, we give them beds, and then they go into what the farming. Just imagine that somebody who is given 10,000 beds, right? Within 4 to 6 weeks, that person is already in business. And that has a long way of getting that person out of what? Poverty. And also bringing more people to be employed under his establishment. So this is the fundamental consideration of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Yeah, Aja, you see, that is why we took the beneficiary through the 5-week training. Now, after the 5-week training, you are able to tell your potential, what you actually need after the training. Mind you, people do not know that if they start a business, they have to separate themselves from the business. People do not know that when you are running a business, you need to also be on salary and not to dip your hand into the money at any point in time. You are getting the point. The training has exposed these people or these entrepreneurs to all this. So they now know what actually their needs are. The training will also help you to know what actually you need. Because some of them, if you listen to them very well, some do not need money. They need maybe a link to link the person with another. And another thing that they were taught also is to how to form partnership. Somebody has idea, another person has the money, another person has the strength, right? These three people can come together to become a business. But until this training, people are not able to appreciate that it is not always the case that you need to be the sole owner of a business. You can come together, put your resources together to become an establishment. You get the point. So it is not always the case that you need to be the sole owner of a business. Most of these businesses that have lived the test of time, they are not sole-owned businesses. So what the training did is to help the people to be able to analyze and identify their potential, and where possible, they can form partnership, and then they can go into the business. So, another thing that, as part of the implementation of the Adwumawura program, is to actually have what we call Adwumawura Fair. So all the beneficiaries under the Adwumawura, at the end of every year, we shall be organizing a Adwumawura Fair for them, where they will come and exhibit their product. We are planning and trying to secure partnership outside, where maybe few of the beneficiaries will be taken outside also to go and exhibit their product to the world. Because the idea is not for the people to be trained to become local champions. They should also be able to go beyond the shores of this country. Yeah, governance is about a setup. And when I say a setup, it's about like political party. Whatever His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is doing, it is NDC government that is doing, right? So how attractive is MPP and not Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia per se? I want us to look at it from the perspective of attractiveness of the political party to the youth. And I can assure you that the only attractive political party as we speak now is NDC. And that stems from the fact that we have policies that seek to encourage and help the youth get out of the unemployment. Look, NDC brought about the Adwumawura program. NDC is looking at these Okara people. You realize that there are programs that seek to think about, and I can tell you without any shade of doubt that with these kind of policies, if we continue this way, I don't think they have any chance coming in or going into 2028 election. However, yes, like other commentators have said, I think that their primaries was a bit peaceful, and that is recommendable. And we are only, it's more or less electing another weak lame person to come and then face his NDC as a party. For me, I am not worried about whoever NDC will present, because as a party, we are attractive. And with this attractiveness and how the NDC government is performing, I believe strongly that whoever was to be elected on that 31st, we will beat that person hands down. Thank you. Good evening once again, good people of Ghana and the youth of Ghana. I want to assure you that the Adwumawura has come to stay, and the Adwumawura has been designed purposely to be able to help young people get out of unemployment. And this year we are fortunate enough, because of the commitment of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he has given NEIP 150 million to pump into Adwumawura. And that from March, we are going to launch the Adwumawura portal, inviting all prospective applicants to apply. We shall go down to the grassroots. We are going down to districts. We are going down to communities to talk to the people about Adwumawura. The intentions are very clear, It is not for NDC and it is not for any political party. It is for the good people of Ghana.